Hey folks, it's George Ellis here. I wanted to talk a little bit about my real estate experience with Rickgiese. Now, our home was on the market for, I guess, something over 6 months with another agent before it finally expired. And I had been given, lofty promises from the agent, and it turned out I was duped by the agent, and he fell miserably short. Um, I told myself that I'd never let this happen to a seller again, and so anyway, after my home expired, the listing expired, I was introduced to Rick Geis by a friend of mine from church. And my friend, spoke very highly of Rick, and he was a top agent over at Remax First, and my friend went on to tell me, that Rick specializes in getting properties sold that other agents, fail to sell. And so that sounded good to me. And I called up Rick, and I set up an appointment and, to meet my wife. And, and I'm glad that I did that because Rick said that I was not the only frustrated seller that he had run into that was duped by broken promises and that sort of thing. He explained to me that most agents, they simply don't have a clue how to market a home in today's market, and things have changed a lot. And that's the reason that he has this 89 point marketing plan. And he said he developed that because it was designed to get properties sold the fastest and to sell for the highest amount of money. So I explained to him, our frustration with our last agent, and Rick made he made a situation that was really risk free for me. And he offered me this easy exit listing agreement, right? Easy exit. And so if I wasn't satisfied at any time, I could fire him that day. I could just call him up and go, "You're fired." And so that was comforting. And he was also, he was pretty confident that he could get my home sold. And he even uh, this is what was interesting. He even guaranteed that it would sell within 37 days. Okay, 37 days, or he would waive his commission and sell it for free. Well, that was a deal. And did I mention my last agent had never communicated with my wife or myself after he got the listing signed? Um, anyway, I explained that to Rick as well, and he did something interesting for us. He said that he guaranteed that I would get a phone call, personal phone call from him every week, and if there was one week, any week, that he didn't call, I could fire him. Bam! Just like that. And, but, as it turns out, there was no need to do that. Let me tell you this. Rick sold my home in 5 days, full asking price. So I'm impressed. I'm very happy about that. And that's why we told Rick that we would record this video. And, really that we wish we had heard of Rick earlier before we committed to that last agent we had. Um, we understand now that, or why Rick sells homes twice as fast as the average agent. Excuse me. This guy really is a true pro at selling homes, and this particularly competitive market that we're in around here. And we have since all this has been over with, we have referred Rick to Seven of our relatives and friends, and they've all had similar experiences to ours. And so here's the gist of all this. If you think that you want to get your home sold once and for all at the highest possible price, well, Rick should be your guy. And I would recommend that you talk to Rick before you commit to another agent. Just talk to him. There's no commitment that you have, just talk. And he will show you things that you've never seen. And Rick Geis, he knows what he's doing. Other agents will promise you the moon and the stars, but Rick will deliver the goods. And so if you let him handle the sale of your home, I think that you will be a big fan of Rick's as well. Anyway, so that's my story. You owe it to yourself to call Rick, and that's Rick Geis, and his phone number. Hang on, I got it right here. His phone number is 586 242 3100, and that's my story, and thanks for listening.